Hello there, folks. Been a few days since I've been on the stream, but still alive and well. And still playing mono red too. And still playing mono red. Got a horrible echo. Apologies. Anyway, we are playing mono red. It's a little bit different. I kind of combined my list with a list from the Pro Tour. I mean, they're already so similar that it's not a big change either way. But we are playing the Rekindling Phoenix's main deck, which we did resist for a little bit. But in addition to that, you know, obviously every card has to come at a cost. We moved the Chandras to the sideboard, so we've got 3 Chandras in the sideboard. And now we've got only 1 Bomet Courier. And also cut down on a Shock. We were already at 24 lands with 3 Lightning Strikes, so that hasn't changed. So those are the changes to the main deck. Actually, no, sorry. There's also an additional Braid for an On-Crop Crusher. So then, in the sideboard, there are some differences. We're playing a 3rd Chandra's Defeat, just since Mono Red is kind of the deck to beat right now. Or Mono Red or Red Black. Decked with red creatures, let's put it that way. And then, I have hesitantly decided to add in the Treasure Map. It's never been a card I'm a fan of. But, I can admit that, I can admit when I'm wrong. And when you're going the go big strategy, it's actually pretty decent. In addition to that, so the sideboard from the Pro Tour winning deck was playing 3 Fight with Fires, and I actually like Cut with Ribbons a little bit better. So we are going to try that out. I still want the 2 Fight with Fires because you do have to deal with Lyras, but I like Cut with Ribbons. We're never casting Ribbons, obviously. We have no black mana sources, but we are casting the cut side, and against the like mono green decks or just green Constrictor decks, it's actually just quite a bit better because they don't really have too much in terms of 5 toughness, but they have a lot in terms of 4 toughness. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty much the mono red that we all know and love, so let's go ahead and hop into a league and see how it goes. I've been having pretty good results with it. I've done a few matches off stream with it, a few leagues off stream with it. Might want to check out my YouTube channel if you want to see any of those. English MTG on YouTube. So I haven't really done worse than 3 and 2 with the deck, and you know, some better results as well. Seems like there's a lot of control lurking around, but that may have just been my my matches yesterday. So here we are on the play against Cecilia Jupe. I don't know why only the first name is blue, but it's Cecilia Jupe. So we would like to play first. So here we have a kind of interesting hand. It's really hard to say because this hand is very good or bad depending on what we're playing against. Like if we knew we were playing against mono red or red black, I would keep it. Whereas I would mulligan it in a heartbeat if I knew I was playing against blue white, because we've got like basically 3 dead cards and kind of a rough draw, and Chain Whirler is not even that great against them. So it's actually kind of tough. I think I'll keep it. I mean, mono red is probably still the most popular deck in the format, and it's okay against any kind of creature deck. It's just only really a disaster against blue-white. I mean, one argument against it is that it's we're on the play, and you kind of want an aggressive start. We don't have that at all. Like, it's unlikely we're going to be able to use our Shock in a timely fashion being on the play. So actually, I think I'm kind of talking myself into mulliganing this here. Yeah, I think we can probably do better on a 6 here. Okay, I don't really know if this is better. Again, it's hard to say without knowing exactly what our opponent's playing, but definitely know we don't want another Hazard. I would say this hand is just against an unknown opponent equal to the last hand. I would like it more against blue-white. I don't know what deck is playing Sun Petal Grove or Scattered Groves. Scattered Groves? Why are they scattered? I guess it's like part plain, part trees. Alright, I don't know what deck I'm playing against, I'll be honest. But we are going to play our Kindreds anyway. So I have seen like there's like a green-white ramp deck, or like a Bant ramp deck I've played against a few times. Could be like a green-white tokens deck, so it looks like it's more creature-based strategy. So he's got a cast out on top. He's gonna mill the cast out. And he's going to leave the Servant on top, which is pretty interesting. So we're definitely going to just abrade here. We got to attack with Hazard next turn. And we got to put him down to 10 here. So there's no tempo advantage to playing like the Hazard first. I think he's gonna have Seal Away because I think we would have heard about it first. Curious what giant spell he was wanting to cast where he kept the Servant on top. Yeah, he's got a block here. But even if he's got a cast out, he's like pretty dead. He's going to 1. So he's got to have some real big play here. Not really sure what this could even be. Like, Lyra doesn't work because we just kill him with the Hazard. So I'm not sure what that was about. I mean, Lyra's in theory a good card against mono red, but hey, what's up, Beers? How you doing, man? So we were up against green-white mid-range, I'm gonna call it. Not a deck I'm familiar with. But thankfully, how do you feel about the PT ripping off my mono red list, dude? I know, I feel like I basically should be getting the trophy and like the 40 grand or whatever the guy got. It's kind of BS. So my intuition is we want these cards. I don't really know what he's playing, but Chandra tends to be good against green creature decks. Glorybringer tends to be good against green creature decks. If he's got Lyra, you have to bring in Fight with Fires. This is just going to be able to kill one of his, you know, guys. That's true. He can have. That's true. He can have the trophy. That's fair. The green decks tend to clog up the ground, so I kind of like Either Sphere Harvester against them, but could be wrong. And I like Treasure Map just when we're going a little bit slower, which I suppose we are. Then you get some value out of it. So maybe we'll change some things up because obviously we've got to find a lot of cuts. A lot of times when I board in expensive stuff, except against Control, I take out 1 Hazard just because they tend to get stuck in your hand. The Bomat Couriers get blocked a little bit easily. Kenra's probably not good because he's going to get creatures that negate its ability pretty quickly. So we're going to have to find 4 cuts on top of this. The Either Sphere Harvesters are maybe one I don't need. They're obviously not good against the Angel. I mean, though, I've got exceedingly few cards that are. The Shocks. I guess he's got Servant of the Conduit. If he's got Servant of the Conduit, I'm sure he's also got Mr. Llanowar Elves. So probably the Shocks and Lightning Strikes are good. Chain Whirler's going to be good. On-Crop Crasher gets through the Angel, so it's just nice to have access to that. Maybe I'll just cut a cut. We still have to cut 3 more cards. So cut, I think, the Harvesters, and maybe just the Treasure Map. Yeah, maybe I'll just cut these here. And I think we'll try this out. Yeah, Fight with Fire is the one we want against Miss Angel. Either that or Soulscar Mage and something else. Okay, I'll keep this hand. It's good enough. I mean, Soulscar Mage is just kind of good against the creature decks. We got a Burn spell. We got a Fight with Fire for an Angel later. We got some good 4-drops. A little light on land, but not. We're on the draw, so I can't really mulligan this one. On the play, I might be a little bit more skeptical of this hand, but I think it's a clear keep here. Baffling End, okay. Well, now we're on just removal. If he plays a Jade Light Ranger, we'll definitely kill it. Llanowar Elf. And a Servant. I guess I'll kill the Servant here. Just to use my mana. Alright, well, I'm not going to Fight with Fire or Llanowar Elves, so. If he's got a Lyra, then we get a Fight with Fire at next turn. It does make our curve a little bit awkward, and probably not beating 2 Lyras here. Okay, looks like no Lyra. And I think it's just... Now we actually have somewhat of an interesting choice. This going to potentially make it harder for him to cast a Lyra. Yeah, I think we'll just play Chain Whirler here. Might cut him off of mana. I know, a Chain Whirler last turn would have been so good. Like if he draws a Lyra, then it might have a hard time casting it. Looks like it is a Lyra. No, Ballista for 2. I don't mind a Ballista for 2 all that much here. I think we'll just attack and play the Phoenix. Don't really see a problem there. If he wants to dump a bunch of mana into his Ballista, I could really care less. Seems like we're pretty far ahead here. I'm pretty sure you could let your opponent draw a Ballista every turn and win easily from here. It's possible. So if we draw a land, we're definitely just slamming Glorybringer and killing his Ballista. Alright. Well, I do what I say. Because that Ballista ain't doing shit right now. I'll gladly get domed for 2. I guess you could argue to not kill Ballista there. Because I guess we would be just killing him next turn. Yeah, you might be right. Alright, well that's why you kill Ballista. No, it's still, no, we'd just be killing him if we didn't kill Ballista. Alright, he's had enough. Yeah, maybe killing Ballista is not right there. I guess it just felt like if I killed the Ballista, I certainly wasn't going to lose because Fight with Fire deals with anything he has the next turn, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe he plays Verdurous Gearhulk. That's maybe the justification for killing it. Hey, what's up, I'm Infern? How you doing, man? So, off to a good start. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, with the Lightning Strike in hand, we actually were presenting lethal the next turn. Though not if he was able to block with the Ballista. Alright, so up against Catuo 079595. What could it mean? Alright, yeah, keep this hand. A little bit overloaded on 2-drops here. Almost certainly going to be going with Carry Zev on turn 2. Opponent's mulliganed to 5, so our opponents have mulliganed 4 times in 3 games. That's always good. Alright, looks like we're up against red-black, so even more reason to lead with Carry Zev. Opponent's on Dredge. Could be. You never know. So it'd be better to draw a 3-drop or something here. But we'll play... Okay, well, there it is. Ask and you shall receive. See if we get, like, Lightning Strike here. Braid, how lucky. But it's kind of good to hold your Kinras until they play a Chain Whirler or something, because you don't want your Kinra to get Chain Whirled. There it is. And so now we can have Braid plus kill that guy. Or a Braid plus attack with a Kinra. If he's got a bunch of 4-drops, I don't know, it's not too big of a deal. Like, Chandra doesn't do anything here. Okay, well, I like this. Phoenix. And he's probably not attacking with this Phoenix because we're just presenting so much damage. But it would kind of depend on what's in his hand. Alright, he's got a Chandra. I don't think that's too big of a deal. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack him for 4. And then pretty good for us if he blocks. I don't think we want to... Could attack him with both, put him down to 5. So very good chance he kills our Phoenix, but if he kills our Phoenix, then he's probably not doing anything else that big next turn, because he's got to use like 2 or 3 mana to do that. Obviously, Chain Whirler's going to finish off Chandra, and if he blocks... I guess there's really no point attacking with Kinra here. Let's just attack with the Phoenix here. On the other hand, it does get the Kinra in the yard if we draw a land next turn, so it makes it like we have no bad draw steps next turn. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We do get to embalm him next turn, or we draw something else to play. And then we're guaranteed getting 4 in. So let's see how he wants to block here. Alright, well this is perfect, because we just get to trade for his Phoenix plus his Chandra. Yeah, I agree. So basically perfect here. So I don't think he's going to have a way to come back from this, unless he's main decking Sweltering Suns. That'd be obnoxious. Alright, so we got game 1 there against Red-Black. I really feel like the mono-red deck has a good matchup against Red-Black. And I guess at the Pro Tour it did beat Red-Black 3 times. Because I think it was only one mono-red deck on the top 8. I don't know if maybe he played against Control one of the rounds. I'm not sure. I didn't actually watch the whole top 8. Alright, so I bring in everything here except Fight with Fire. I like all these cards against Red-Black. And we take out the X1s. On-Crop Crashers, 1 Hazoret. And then I usually shave like a Shock and a Lightning Strike. It's always weird to me that a deck which chooses a color would have a better matchup against a deck that adds a color. That's true, it's just, you're just a little bit... It's like, I think their black cards don't add much to the matchup, because it's like they're playing Scrap Heap Scrounger instead of Kinra. Which honestly, neither are very good in the matchup. But maybe Kinra's a little bit better. Not actually sure about that, but... And then like Unlicensed Disintegration is just not that good. So yeah, I think I usually board like this. The Abrades are nice because they might have Heart of Kieran's main, but they're probably at least boarding Ether Sphere Harvesters, and 90% of the time these are hitting creatures anyway, so it's not too big of a deal. And the Shocks are actually just only okay post-board because they're boarding out a lot of their small guys. So I think this is the configuration that I would like to go with, and same reason for taking out the Hazard as before. When you're boarding in a lot of expensive stuff, he's just going to be active a lot later. Alright, this looks like a fine hand to me. Yeah, Treasure Map's pretty standard nowadays. A lot of decks are playing it. The Pro Tour deck was playing... I can't remember if it was playing 1 or 2 copies. It's a card I've avoided a long time playing in Mono Red. Kind of phrase that awkwardly. It's a card I've avoided playing for a long time. But it's usually played as like a 1, maybe 2 of. Let's see if he just wants to shock our guy. Looks like it doesn't. Alright, our hand's actually developing quite well, because you essentially just want to draw your 4 mana and 5 mana spells. And hopefully we get a chance to abrade a Chain Whirler here. Okay, I haven't seen that card in a long time. I think I'll just shock him now. I guess the only way I regret... Yeah, I guess I'll just wait till my turn. If I draw a 3-drop, it's pretty awkward, but most of my 3-drops are Chain Whirler anyway, so I won't regret it that much. And now I get the Prowess trigger. He played 1 sideboard? Okay, yeah, that's what I'm playing too. Alright, so definitely hoping to draw land next turn. But our opponent's missing his 3rd land, so... Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, Beers. If I draw Chain Whirler, then I'm happy to not be able to play my Shock. Alright, if we draw land, it's basically lights out here, but we didn't. But still doing okay. Because we're 1 line closer than he is to playing 4 drops. Which is really what this matchup's about. Alright, he's still not hitting his lands. Discarding a hand size. How unfortunate. Okay, well, our hand is stacked for some point. Don't think I'm ready to blow the shock at his face or anything like that. I'm getting somewhat close. Maybe next turn, instead of discarding hand size, I'll do it. Alright, so he hit... Land? Alright, well now I'll shock him. It's a pretty awkward game on both sides here. Shock doesn't have a ton of targets anyway, so I don't feel too bad about doing this. But yeah, we're gonna have to draw lands. Hopefully he doesn't draw this fourth land before we do. Eesh. That's not good. Well, hopefully at least we get a Chain Whirler here. Okay, Doomfall doesn't really matter. I mean, our hand is so much stuff. Yeah, hazard draw when you're going up to 8 cards. Not really how you draw it up. I guess he takes Chandra here just because you've got duplicates of everything else. You're not taking the Hazard. I don't think you're taking an Abrade. If he has Chandra's defeat, he may take a Phoenix instead. Okay. Land? There we go. Let's go ahead and bash, play Phoenix. Yeah, I mean, the Phoenixes are hard. Hard to deal with. Alright, well, these Glorybringers are going next turn. Alright, yeah, I think we just get in there with our Phoenix. He can't really block. I mean, I guess he can, because it's not that bad for him if he's also got a removal spell. He knows we've got the Abrade, but... Nice thing about doing it this way is if his plan is to Glorybringer us, then we got the Chandra's defeat that he doesn't know about. I noticed the part of reason... Yeah, I mean, he's lost so much tempo to his tap lands this game. So hopefully his plan is to Glorybringer away the Elemental. It'd be a card that makes a ton of sense to be in his hand, and then we kind of just blow him out. Okay. I'm also fine with that because it means he's not playing a 4-drop here. Well, I guess he could have a land and do it. Alright, Pia Nalar. I think I'm fine with that just being in play. You want to treat your Chandra's defeats like little babies here. And he would have Glorybringered there, I think, because, I mean, he'd seen our hand, so it was only like one unknown card in our hand. So I think I'm fine just Glorybringer. Do we even exert? That's a good question. Could exert, and then we also get in with the Soulscar Mage. And it's better to exert if he's going to kill our Glorybringer. But I don't think I want to exert. I think I want to have the chance to exert next turn. If he just chump blocks here, then that's pretty fine. Yeah, I mean, his draws have been terrible because, yeah, he's just drawn all tap lands. So he shouldn't have Glorybringer here, I don't think. Because I think he's been drawing lands this past several turns. I guess he was playing around Chandra's defeat, but it's going to go about just as bad for him, so... Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. If he chump blocks, then yeah, he's going to attack again next turn. Though it's... I don't connect that turn, so it's kind of like the same. Alright, so I guess we just play Chandra and minus on his Glorybringer. And then we actually get to get in with both guys.
I'll get straight to the point.
Is there anything better here? I don't think so.
Well, I never thought of myself as the type of father who'd have to drug test his kids.
We still have Chandra's defeat if he's got another Glorybringer.
Brought a joint into this house.
Do we even care about keeping our Chandra alive? If we exert here, that puts him to 4, so it's dead to our next Glorybringer. Okay, he's had enough. Kind of an interesting question if we exert there. I guess we do exert there just to overload his resources, to keep the Chandra in play for sure. And the Glorybringer is going to be lethal next turn anyway, so not to mention we're going to be activating Chandra and all that stuff. Alright, well, 4-0 in games so far, not a bad start. I could have Chandra defeated my Glorybringer there and still won. Probably. I mean, there was a possibility his hand was stacked. When he spent the turn abrading my Phoenix, I kind of felt like his hand wasn't that good. So I felt a lot better about things. But then he did surprise me with the Glorybringer the next turn, so who knows. Alright, looks like a fine hand to me. It's Patty B MTG here. Alright, Swamp. Swamp can mean a few things. Probably means Fatal Push. This could be a circumstance where I actually want to lead with Kenra here against a Fatal Push. Only thing kind of awkward about it is it's better to play Karizev if he goes like Gifted Aetherborn next turn, but I think I will just play this now. I'd rather get this Fatal Push than my Karizev. And leading with basic Swamp makes me think he's got a Fatal Push because, oh, so mono black. Alright, we'll see if he's got the Gifted Aetherborn here. Okay, he's just got a Ballista for 1. Well, I will attack. Assuming the only reason you play Glorybringer, or the Walking Ballista there, not Glorybringer. So if you're going to do exactly that play. Alright, we got a Phoenix coming down next turn. Not really sure how the mono black matchup is. Alright, never to return. There's one that answers the Phoenix, but I don't think he's really going to be able to do that in a timely fashion. If we draw a 1-drop next turn, we get to attack with Hazard. Which we don't have a ton of, but we have 9, 10? We have 10 1-drops? It's a 20% chance we get attack with Hazard next turn. You can't argue with that. So he's probably having mana issues if he's playing out the Strongholds instead of the Swamps, because the Strongholds are colorless lands at the moment. But he can still cast Vraska's Contempt. Hey, what's up, Strack? It's not that rare, man. I figured I would take the weekend off from streaming because why try to compete with the Pro Tour? So I was just making YouTube videos instead. By the way, English MTG on YouTube, check me out. I need your help. I need the subscribers on YouTube. Alright, so he's just got a Karn. That doesn't really bother me. So I have to figure out what we want to do with this. I guess cast down for sure. Do we just kill Karn here? The Pro Tour showed that we read the meta better than most pros. Yeah, I did feel a little bit vindicated by that. So Shock would be by far the sickest draw. Just saying. Shock, Shock, Shock. Nah, come on. How unlucky can one man be? Do we kill Karn here? I don't really want him to get back with Vraska's Contempt, so I think we do. Even though it's kind of a waste of resources. And we'll just... Man, I don't know. Because then we can't play Hazard. Though we're attacking with Hazard, I guess, next turn anyway. Yeah, the control decks didn't seem to fare all that well. I guess we kill Karn here. I don't love it, but I don't want him to get Vraska's Contempt. He's at 18, and we do get attack with Hazard next turn anyway. Yeah, I think it's too annoying to just let him continue to get cards off of Karn there. He's also missing lands, so actually deprive... Or is he missing... No, never mind, he's not missing lands. For some reason I thought he was. I guess he just took a long time to think about his 4th turn. It felt like 2 turns. But yeah, we got too many good things to hit with Vraska's Contempt here, and the cast down I can deal with. Like on a future turn he's going to be able to cast down plus exile the token. Oh, he's just gonna exile the token now. He must really have nothing. Not even saving that to cast down. Like, what is the point of that? I don't really get that. Hazard's definitely better here than any alternative. I mean, the alternative being we could... Oh, no, he exiled this guy. I guess he was worried about that. Okay. For some reason, I thought he exiled a nonsense card. But turns out he's got much bigger problems. Change your build, I see, to the other mono red. Yeah, it's pretty close to the Pro Tour winning list. Okay, Walking Ballista for 2 is not much of an issue. I guess he gets to cast down as well, yeah, so that is somewhat annoying, I guess. But we'll be okay. He's probably going to just save himself 5 life next turn. Oh, shit! Okay, I didn't click through. Almost pulled a Paul Ritzel there. Yeah, I was thinking maybe was it finally time for Mox Amber to show its to rear its head, but didn't seem like it. Yeah, I think the only saga that's really seeing any constructive play. Some people are playing that. What is it called? The one that edicts them. For a creature or planeswalker. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, Karn. Is he just gonna make a token? Or no, he's gonna get back the Vraska's Contempt. Does he have the mana? No, I didn't have the mana to do that. What just happened? He just played his Ballista for 0 with 2 floating. Whoops! That's true, Antiquities does see some play, right? Alright, so he's got his Vraska's Contempt now, so we are going to have to find a way to close out this game. I think we just go to the Dome here because Karn isn't threatening anything but the plus right now. So we got to put him essentially to 5 because he's going to Vraska's Contempt our guy. Yeah, Song of Freyalise, that could be interesting. Oops. It's a good limited card. It's kind of weak against Settle the Wreckage. That might be the issue with Song of Freyalise, because I mean, other than just ramping out something giant, maybe you could play it with like a Shalai or something. But yeah, it could be interesting. Yeah, the old land draws. Not much has changed, Strike. All right, you actually got 2 good ones there, unfortunately. Man, that's actually rough. You got 2 really good ones there. Might be hard to slog through this. I don't know if we can give him Gonti. I think we might just have to give him Doomfall. He's already got the Vraska's Contempt in his hand anyway. What a Karn. Yeah, I guess we give him the Doomfall. The Gonti, I think, is just going to be too annoying. Like, there's a lot of cards that'd be really bad for him to hit off that, and it's, you know, a reasonable roadblock on its own as well. Oops. Whereas here, I guess we could, in theory, draw Lightning Strike. Alright, let's see if he wants to do anything about Bomet Courier. It'd be cool if he Vraska Contempts this. Ooh, I like that. And obviously we'll sack in response here, so we didn't gain 2 life. Okay, well, I mean, he's gonna minus and get his Gonti, I guess, but I mean, using the Vraska's Contempt on a Bomet Courier is pretty solid. Are gonna have to try to kill him pretty quickly here. Maybe we can just draw Lightning Strike. We only have 2 left in the deck, unfortunately. So did he... Yeah, he got the Gonti. Seems like he's playing a lot of non-swamp lands if he's playing Cabal Stronghold. Maybe hit all lands. Yikes. Well, probably gonna have to draw a Lightning Strike to win this game. At least he can't, like, actually activate the hazard. It's only salvation here. But unfortunately he's gonna go up to 5 life with this Gifted Aetherborn this turn. Yeah, I think it's game now. I think we're doing better than a chump block. Maybe we could. So 5's go to 5. I'll go to 5. Does that do anything? We don't die, but we basically die. I'm not sure what we could have done differently that game. Alright, that will kill us. What's up, Tempo? How you doing, man? Saw your messages on Moto. As you can see, I'm playing mono red. Alright, so against red black, or no, not red black, mono black. What am I saying? What am I saying? Probably just want these. I don't think you need Harvester, do you? Do you need Harvester against them? Definitely want at least these. I don't think the shocks do anything. Bomet Courier gets brickwalled fairly fast. Yeah, I saw you had a list with blue-white. Blue-white historic, sorta, with a Wrath and stuff. I saw your list on MTG Goldfish, so it seems like you're doing well with it. We're playing against mono-black control. Yeah. Flying could be okay. I think it's like mono black control lists get built so differently. It's hard to say exactly. How good is Soulscar Mage in the matchup? Maybe we could shave like in a braid. I mean, he does have like the 2/3s to kill, but do we need 7 spells to kill the 4 cards in his deck? I just don't know what other card. Like the Lightning Strikes go for the Planeswalkers, which I assume he's got Liliana plus Karn. I'm not sure about the Aethersphere Harvester. I guess you don't want to board up the Soulscar Mage if you're bringing in the Aethersphere Harvester. He's kind of ideal for handling it. The Kenra, I think, is okay against him. Oh, he's got a lot of Harvesters in the board. Okay, if they got harvesters in the board, then I'll definitely want to keep in the abrades. I think I'll just take out my harvesters. I'm not really sure about that though, and a hazard, I guess. For the normal reason I take out a hazard. And yeah, I guess the lightning strikes, I mean, they can also go for the planeswalker, so... I don't think this hand is going to do it against him. Like, we just don't win the late game against him, and all these burn spells are just not good. Okay, this hand's okay. Don't think we need a third Chain Whirler. Yeah, maybe board out Lightning Strike, immediately draw all 3 Lightning Strikes. How lucky. Alright, well, it's better than a small number of cards we play. Maybe he'll play... Is this Fatal Pushing here, considering the Fatal Push? Probably smart to just take it and then... Oh, he's not worried about it. He's not worried about us playing Carries Ev, he knows we don't have it. So let's see if we can spike the Gifted Aetherborn here. Also kill Ballista for 1, I guess. No, I guess I won't, because if I don't draw land, then I can just abrade it anyway. And if I do draw land, I'd much rather kill it with the Chain Whirler. There we go. Alright, so land was a good draw. This Chain Whirler actually kind of rumbles against him fairly well. Lost Legacy. Doesn't seem like a good card against us. Let's see what he names. Hazard. So we gotta cycle our Hazard. We have a lot of ways to beat him that aren't Hazard. I don't particularly like cycling Hazard for free here. I wouldn't cycle Hazard for 0 here. But I guess I would like cycle Hazard for 0, make opponent discard the card, and tap and use his 3rd turn. Seems like a worthwhile play. I mean, also I obviously don't have Hazards left in the deck. But I got next leveled because we took out one of them. Right, that's what I like to see.
Jazz is the mother and father of hip-hop music.
Yeah, I think we just attack, play Chandra, plus into him. Not much else to say. He's got a lot of ways to kill Planeswalkers, so I don't really have too high of hopes for this Planeswalker, but at least again it's going to make him use his turn, and we're going to keep the Chain Whirler beats going, play another one. It'd be better if he has Never to Return instead of, looks like he has Never to Return. Oh. Oh! Well, I can't say I mind that. I think we're just, let's plus first. I think we're just going to play Phoenix this turn. No reason to abrade, and we can't play Chain Whirler plus Phoenix because of the amount of mana that we don't have. Alright, so we just hit a mountain, so let's attack. Play the old Phoenix. So him missing his land draft pretty good there. Don't anticipate a chump block. Oh, a chump block. Is he going to shoot Chandra? Sure what that accomplishes. Though, I mean, what does attacking us accomplish? We've drawn pretty well, I will say. The 3 cards that we drew, okay, he had a Fatal Push, that makes sense. Now it all makes sense. I think it's better to play Chain Whirler there. I think we'll attack and just play 2 spells now. I guess I could have played Chain Whirler before attack. It would actually wound up worse for me because we wouldn't have got our 3 damage in. Because he would have had Revolt right away. But I think I was fine with that chump block. And I wanted to get the Phoenix down. I think it was kind of obvious to push there. Yeah, I agree. Well, I don't know. I mean, if he just had a bunch of expensive stuff in his hand and only the Ballista, then I think he would have made that same play instead of doing nothing. Because if he had almost any other 2 or 3 drop, then I think he would have played it. I guess we could get Bantu's Last Reckoning here. That would be a little bit unfortunate. Not sure if we should play around that or not. It's more likely to just have a single removal spell. Alright, so we got this one. Well, we were... Chandra's only at 6 there. So he would have had... Well, I see what you're saying, though, because he wouldn't untap and not have a way to deal with Chandra. So, yeah. It would have been bad for him. How about Yahini's expertise? There we go. That would have been a good one for him there. Do we want to change anything? Yeah, I'm not convinced we really need the Harvesters. Yahinian to never return. That would have sucked. Yeah, that would have been game. I guess it would have been. It probably would have been game. That'd be some value. It'd be hard to beat. I don't think we changed anything. I think the lightning strikes are okay. They're not great, but they do finish off planeswalkers, kill the 2/3, kill a Gonti. I just don't know if Edisher Harvester is that great. Yeah, let's just run it. See if we can get game 3 here. Yeah, I guess you keep it. It's not an amazing hand, but we can kill a turn 2, 2/3, draw a couple lands, and we got some of our expensive spells ready to go. Encore Crasher is somewhat okay against them. Like, they don't have, you know, it's just big enough to not get fatal pushed, and I don't know. He's not amazing or anything, but he's fine. I think it's a fine keep. A fine if unexciting keep. And now that we drew the land, I feel pretty good about the hand. So we got, what, 3 draw steps to hit the 4th land? Alright, so we can deal with that guy. Oh, there's our 4th land. I don't think there's a reason to do it on our turn. Maybe he makes some kind of pre-combat decision differently. Alright, so probably running a little bit low on land again. Hopefully he doesn't have like the raid mind rot thing, that'd be annoying. Gets the treasure now since we let him attack, like fools. Alright. That I can deal with. I'm thinking we just get Crasher down next turn, since we're going to be playing a 4-drop on 4 anyway. I guess he's going to take Phoenix. So maybe we have to reconsider that. I think I will take Crasher though. Already took the Hazard. Yeah, I'll just play Crasher. Now that I'm going to be able to play the Phoenix on 4 here. So we'll get extra damage in this turn. His mana base seems hella awkward for being mono black. Which is a weird thing to say. Alright, what's he got for 4? Gonti? Okay, a Karn. Hopefully this doesn't just hit straight fire off that. I'm guessing he needs a lands. Well, do we go at Karn and play the Phoenix? I guess so, because... Yeah, I guess we go with Karn, because it's going to go up to 4 next turn. Let's say he kills the Phoenix, and then we get attack for 3 plus Chain Whirler to finish it off, so we go with Karn. Probably going to have to use his turn dealing with the Phoenix. And he may not have Vraska's Contempt, but it's also a possibility. However remote. Seems like they always got it, doesn't it? Liliana doesn't do too much. I guess we just kill Liliana. Alright, let's give him another land, hopefully. An Arch or a Cabal? I'll give him the Cabal. I mean, the Arch doesn't do anything, but neither does the Cabal. I feel like longer term, the Arch is probably more of a problem than the Cabal. Alright, so he's going to play something now. He's just going to Vraska's Contempt now. Makes sense. And we do get a kill Karn here. I think there's going to be a 1-mana way for him to interact here. Having 3 Chain Whirlers in hand is really not ideal against him. It's not a particularly good card against their deck. So we'll be killing a Planeswalker here. So there is that. Wouldn't be surprised if we get Fatal Pushed. Yeah, we still just play Karn, because if we do this, then he could have Fatal Push for that and keep his Karn in play. That'd be no good. Yeah, that's true. It would have been weird. I would have definitely attacked both. I guess he was worried about us having a burn spell, which possibly tells us something about his hand. I mean, if he's got 5 mana up, I don't think we can just send one guy at Karn. So we're getting pushed here. Probably the Crasher. He's not worried about the Crasher. He's worried about the Goblin. So we got a Ballista. That makes sense why he'd kill the Goblin then. Just gonna kill him right now. Doesn't he know we have a Chain Whirler in hand? I think he knows we have 1 Chain Whirler in hand. I could be wrong. Alright, not a bad draw. I mean, he's gonna kill the guy anyway, but don't think there's any reason to do it right then. Alright, well, he's down to 2 cards. We're down to just a Chain Whirler. He's at 15 life. So if his hand's too strong, we're not going to win. But if he doesn't have much to do, then we're presenting a reasonable clock. Not an amazing clock, but a reasonable clock. Like a Liliana or something, probably be hard to beat. Not impossible to beat a Liliana, but it'd be not the card I want to see. Gonti, okay. I don't really want to ever see a Gonti either. There's a lot of burn in our deck that he could hit off this. Maybe he's at 4 lanes. Walking Ballista for 1. Alright, well, I guess I will Chain Whirler pre-combat here. So I guess he didn't hit a burn spell. So it means he probably hit like a Planeswalker or Phoenix or something. Be no good. I guess the Phoenix isn't that great though. And yeah, you do that pre-combat, I'm pretty sure, because you don't want to let him chump block and then shoot the Kinra. Okay, well, again, if he's effectively got 2 cards in hand, and one's better than like a random card because it's from our deck. Our deck's sick. The good news is we do get to do this, and it doesn't have a Never to Return ready to go. It's just chump blocking. That's interesting. What means a chump block here? I'm gonna keep the land in hand just to make him guess. Glorybringer, don't want to see a Glorybringer. I'll tell you that much. I don't want to see a Glorybringer. I don't want to see... Like, a Chandra may not be the absolute end of the world if he has nothing else to back it up. Phoenix wouldn't be too bad, because I don't think that really works. If I understand how... You can't target in their graveyard with the Phoenix, so... If the Phoenix dies, it goes to our graveyard. Okay, he's got a Hazard. Does he get to play something else? So he can't even attack. The really bad news here is if he's got a cast down or something, then he gets to just kind of blow us out. If he has cast down, we like throw away... I mean, we just throw away one guy basically. But he gets to get our Kinra too. If he doesn't, though, we hit him for 10, put him to 4. So I think we got to do it. I just don't think we're going to have a better play. If he's got Fatal Push or Cast Down, then it's pretty bad for us. Here's the hoping, though. I don't think we're winning if we wait. Yep, he's got it. So that sucks. But again, I don't think we've got a better play. I think if we just like pass there, I don't know, what are we doing? Whereas if we get to put him to really low there, put him to 4, then I think we've got a reasonable chance of beating the 5/4 indestructible on his side of the board. Yeah, probably not beating a second Gonti here. Gonti's so good. So it makes sense why he chump blocked this Gonti earlier. Another one. attacking. I guess that's something, but that means he's got a burn spell or similar. Drawn all of our Chain Whirlers this game. Not really a good card in this matchup. Yeah, Glorybringer would be just fine. Glorybringer would be just fine. So I don't think we're going to win this one, unfortunately. Yeah, all the Chain Whirlers. He's a little bit better than a 3-mana 3/3. Beginning with Hazard. Don't think we're chumping yet. At least can't activate Hazard. Maybe he'll time out. He's at 6 minutes. I don't think it's going to take 6 minutes to kill for this Hazard. Yeah, this could be a rough matchup. I guess we attack here. He's not dead if he doesn't... We're not dead if he doesn't block. And possibly he, like, doesn't block here. Or he... Whatever, yeah. Blocking here is his best bet, for sure. I gotta play my land this turn in case I draw another Hazard. This gives us the out that we could kill him with a Glorybringer next turn if he has nothing. If he's got a removal spell or something, we're just dead in the water. Alright, he's got more stuff. Can't really beat more stuff. So now even a Hazard's not good enough. I don't think we got any draws here. Okay, he's not attacking with Gonti, so now a Hazard. Oh no, he's attacking with Gonti. I don't think we got any outs here. Oh, he's got more too. Oh, he's just gonna make a 2/2. Sure. Well, that's the card that doesn't save the day. I guess Hazard, if he didn't have this 2/2, would have been good enough because we would have killed him. Maybe he won't block. Anyone think he's not gonna not block? Saw it. Alright. So lost to mono black. Yeah, that could be a tough matchup, not sure. I'll say Karn is annoying for this deck. Just you have to dedicate a lot of resources to killing him. And I don't think it was an option to leave him on the battlefield at that point in time. So I mean the big decision points we had there, I would say, was whether or not to kill the Karn. And then that big attack we made. Yeah, if not for the 2/2. Though I guess he probably wouldn't have attacked with the Gonti. But I mean, actually, but if he didn't attack with the Gonti, then we wouldn't be that low, so... Would have been a game if he didn't have the Never to Return. I mean, also Never to Return obviously killed the Goblin as well. Yeah, keep this hand. Not too much wrong with this hand. It's not great, but... I hope we don't play against control or something. We don't want to see turn 1 irrigated farmland. Turn 1 Llanowar Elves I could deal with. What is this green-white shit? Alright, that's about the worst draw. That's true. He drew a burn spell though. Alright, so this must be like the ramp deck. Well, our hand's looking pretty bad. Certainly very bad if we don't draw land. But the problem is, even if we draw land, we're doing nothing. I guess we start having to figure out if we launch shit up at his face. Ugh, now here's a tough spot. Since he wisely waited. Maybe we just play the Bomat Courier and attack. He's probably still gonna kill one of them. I don't really want to use the shock. And he's not that close to like pumping his ballista. If it goes what's his nuts next turn, the 2/2 who gives Rishkar, then things get awkward. But yeah, I guess we just play Bomat Courier and attack with both here. All these X1s for the ballista here. Isn't it lovely? He's probably gonna block and then shoot. Or maybe the other way, but probably block and then shoot. I don't know, using shock there seems so bad. Because, I mean, he's only going to be able to trade this ballista with one of these guys as it stands. So he's going to block and then shoot, I think. Yeah. I mean, I guess the other argument is, what is shock doing? But we don't really know what we're playing against, so it's hard to say. It's actually pretty decent if he goes like a Jade Light Ranger here, we get to kill it. Alright. Bant, I guess it's Bant, yeah. So it worked out almost identically. I think I will just launch a shock up at his face. We do need to empty our hand somewhat for Hazoret. Jeez. Alright, probably not winning this one. I think we'll just lightning strike him on his turn. So much burn against the deck that it's so bad against. Great. So I guess we will shock that on our turn, or end of turn. It's gonna get our precious little Bomat Courier. Yeah, definitely every card underneath Bomat Courier's land. Hey, look at that. Maybe you're supposed to use a lightning strike there. Just for mana efficiency. I got news for you, we're losing this game. Grow from the ashes, kicked. Alright, I don't know what horrors he's gonna unleash on us next turn, but endless stream of Bomat Courier is probably not gonna be enough to deal with it. It could be on all ramp, you know? It could be on all ramp. What's the biggest thing to ramp into in this format? Guess we're about to find out. There it is. There she blows. Well, I guess we lightning strike that and then just get in with our Bomat Couriers. Do we just send them at her? I don't really know what that's doing, but I guess we go for him. 8 loyalty Planeswalker. None of these decisions matter, by the way. Screw away losing this game. Alright, another big boy and okay. It's not that bad. It does get to put us to 1 next turn. I guess we'll shoot that and then send 1 at. Let's just send Bolt at Vraska. I don't know. Sure. Gotta keep her off the ultimate, I guess. Can we just pitch right now? I guess we just pitch now. Draw 4. So no way to attack with Hazard next turn. Let's see, duresses us. Pitch 1, draw 4 lands. Yeah, I've had it happen before. Alright, so he gets to put us to 1 next turn, maybe just kill us. I guess we can play Chain Whirler to stop that. Because then we're just dead to any removal spell if we don't do that. Because of his Menace guy. Sure. And I guess I want to hold on to my Bowmat Courier. I don't really want to trade it for a Pirate. Alright, so now we're dead. By my reckoning, we're just gonna die to the Vraska ultimate here. I guess no, we're not dead, I guess. Because we get to attack with Hazoret and Vraska. And, oh, he's got a Seal Away, then we're dead to a Seal Away. Assume he will go for it. You're saying refresh hand there instead of doing the Hazard play? Just get 3 random ones. So we played a land that turn, right? Yeah, we played our land. Alright, we're good. Instead of doing the Hazard play? Yeah, we could have. That we could have. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's like trying to decide between like a 1% play and a 1.2% play or something. Not sure which one was a 1 or 1.2% play. Okay, so do we just have to be like super fast against him? Is that our plan here? Not try to like play the grindy game with Chandras. Does he probably have Lyras in post board? He doesn't have like a lot of early interaction, so I think we just like try to kill him super fast. He's probably got Settle the Wreckage's post board. So I guess we want like Glory Bringers. Take out a Braids. I don't think a Braids are going to do anything. Taking like 1 Fight with Fire. Just like go with this or something. Seems okay. The Hazard might be a little bit. Maybe we'll take out 1 Hazard for a Chandra. Yeah, he might just die to like a super fast Lyra, but Always so hard to know if they're going to be bringing in Lyra or not. Alright, let's go with this. If he has a Lyra, let's hope we either draw Fight with Fire or we've got like Soulscar Mage plus Burn. And I don't think you keep this one. Alright. We'll have to make it work. He did mulligan as well, so maybe he'll get stuck on lands or something. Phoenix is probably not our best card against him. It's basically a 4-mana 4/3 flyer, which is actually not that bad. Ooh, missing a land drop? No, not that lucky. Alright, but we're not missing land drops either. If we can start playing Phoenixes and he's low on lands, then we might have a chance. The only reason you cycle cast out there is if you don't have a land. So you just drawn like a god. Seems to be... Alright, well, we're drawn okay too. May not be enough, but... If he just plays Lyra here, it's game over. Yep. So we need to draw, not the... I mean, we do have Soulscar Mage, so we've got a few more outs than just the one Fight with Fire. But not like a lot more. He can't attack either. Okay, yeah. So we just cycle it right away. Cool. Well, this game's not going to be close. So now we basically just have Fight with Fire as an out because of, yeah, I'm just done with this game. Alright, well, let's see if we can get 3 and 2. I don't think I've ever won against that Bant ramp deck. Is that secretly like the best deck in the format? Alright, Misplaced Ginger. This guy's like one of a moto grinder, I think. I see his name around a lot. He like came in top 8 of the most PTQ. We'll keep this hand. Mulliganing. Yeah, I think we just get carry Zeb down. It's nice as it would be to Bomet Courier him. Let's do that next turn. So up against mid-range or control? Alright, he's got the Fatal Push. Alright. Well, Bomet Courier really hasn't found a spot. That's what you get for being drawn on the second turn instead of the first. Probably up against control here, I would guess. Let's just go ahead and bash. sure what deck's playing. Field of Ruin. We'll play in all of these lands plus Walking Ballista. Could be mid-range, I guess. Alright, he's gonna Contempt now. Not getting in. Alright, let's go ahead and shock and then play our Bowmet Courier. And we won't pop it this turn. Or put him down to 7.
This is probably the most challenging factor you've ever put on your turn table.
He's got the Chupa. Probably gets the Crasher. That's a good draw. I think we pop Bowmet Courier post-combat here. There we go. Like a boss. Alright, well, got fairly lucky with our draws there, I won't lie. So I guess it's blue-black mid-range, Scarab God type stuff. It's the Field of Ruins, the only thing that threw me off. So my general sideboard plan against them, this is definitely a lot worse when they've got Field of Ruin, but I think I'll still take it. I don't know if they're playing a bunch of Field of Ruins or just maybe it's just playing one. I'm not used to seeing. I feel like I'm not used to seeing that card in that list. So we'll take out the Bowmet Couriers. The Earthshaker Kinra is still quite good against the blue-black mid-range decks. Take out a Hazard. Yeah, I'm unsure about the treasure map. We'll put that to the side for now. Braid's only okay against them. Gets ballistas, but so do all of our other burn spells for the most part. Shock, I think, is okay against them. It gets Glint-Sleeve Siphoner. He's almost certainly boarded out, so it doesn't really count. Maybe Shock's not that good. It gets Chupacabra, which is a thing. It gets Champion of Wits, which is a thing. Alright, let's board out those, and should we just take out like all of the Abrades? Sometimes they board in Gear Hulk, which is kind of scary. Maybe, actually, I think I don't want Chandra's here. I think that's what I decided before, is because you kind of have to win before they get down Scarab God. So let's just take out like one Abrade. I think let's go with this. Let's actually bring in the other Hazoret for the Abrade, I think. Because like you actually can't win a long grindy game against them because Scarab God is so much better at doing that than you are. So I think you just want to go with like this sort of config. And the Flyer's good just because it does get through Scarab God. Alright, this is a keeper. Two Glorybringers are a little bit awkward in this hand, but everything else is pretty good. I just need to draw a bunch of lands. There we go. We can deal with a Gifted Aetherborn. Okay, doesn't really do much. It doesn't actually do anything against us, I don't think. I guess he names I mean, he's probably going to name Chandra, but we don't have Chandra's in. You could name Earthshaker Kinra. I guess you could name Hazoret. But he named Chandra. I don't think Chandra's very good in this matchup. It's because you play Chandra and you try to grind out the cards and they just play Scarab God and it doesn't matter what you're doing anymore. Bash. Sometimes they have like Supreme Will. Okay, I guess that's not happening. does not know about. Now he knows about it. Looks like he's got Supreme Will, I guess. What else he got? Syncopate. Ah. Do we shock to the dome here? I don't think we do. Put him to 9. Yeah. I think we want it to hit like a Chupacabra or something. It may be hard to beat. Just him dropping Scarab God here. It wouldn't be that hard to beat if we drew land. We got land and Chain Whirler, or hopefully we have land and Chain Whirler. We got something in Chain Whirler. Actually a good question. I guess it's the Soulscar Mage. Nah, I'm gonna get rid of the Kinra. Just because... Well, are we beating a Scarab God if he drops it next turn? Would he have just played Scarab God here? He would have just... No, I guess he may not have, because I mean, he knows we've got the Glorybringer and stuff in hand. So... Yeah, let's just pitch the Kinra, I guess. I think we might need that Soulscar Mage. Alright, there we go. Does he have a Syncopate? Gross. It's not a Syncopate, but it's still gross. So we're drawing Chain Whirler next turn. It's not too big of a deal if we play Scarab God here, I guess. Okay, it's also not that big of a deal. Suppose we'll pitch the Shock. I suppose. Yeah. Well, the only thing is Chain Whirler gets killed by Glorybringer next turn. I guess we pitch the Chain Whirler. Because he just gets back Glorybringer and kills our Chain Whirler. So I'll pitch the Chain Whirler here. Hope he doesn't have anything else. Alright, that's beatable. I guess that's not true. Yeah, he probably won't attack. That's exactly what I was just thinking. But even if he doesn't attack... Yeah, I don't know. It's a close call there between the Shock and... Because, yeah, he can't attack, right? But it's not clear that Goblin Chain Whirler was going to do more than 1 damage anyway. And hey, it worked out perfectly. So if he doesn't draw anything, we do get him next turn. He does get to flip his Escanta and get our Glorybringer back. I guess he gets Glorybringer back. Is there anything better to get back? Oh, he's got a Torrential Gearhulk? When did that happen? I don't think Torrential Gearhulk does it unless he's got something else, though. Alright, so he's gonna get back Glorybringer. Alright, so he's digging. Is Fatal Push enough? I don't think Fatal Push does anything. Alright, well, 3 and 2. Let's see what we get out of this sweet treasure chest. Yeah, I don't think he was attacking, but I do still think it was right to keep the Shock. But I think it's close, and both of them are kind of going to wind up doing the same thing. Sick. You thought Deathbringer, you thought Glorybringer was good. What do you know about Deathbringer? Oh yeah, I remember this this card. The card was kind of dumb. Limited. Alright, let me run to the bathroom real fast, guys. We'll do another league. Alright. Well, let's do it. So 3 and 2 is okay. I've honestly really not done worse with this deck than 3 and 2. Which, you know, is somewhat variance. But I do think the deck is good. I wouldn't be playing it. I don't play shitty decks. I ain't about that. Alright, up against Never Mulligan. He better not mulligan, I'll be pissed. Alright, he did mulligan. He lived up to his name. We got a pretty good hand here. That's definitely keep. Let's see what we're up against. Don't really want to see blue cards with this hand. That's not absolutely miserable, but burn is not that great against them.